All right, buckle up, y'all. Just when we thought these couples on 90 Day Fiancé the other way couldn't surprise us anymore, episode 19 throws us into a whirlwind of ultimatums, heartbreaking farewells, and jaw-dropping twists. Some couples are hanging by a thread, and others are making last-ditch efforts to keep it all together. But will it be enough? Spoiler alert, not everyone's going to get their fairy tale ending. Let's dive into all the drama that'll have you questioning. Will love really conquer all? Let's start with the roller coaster ride that is Statler and Dempsey. These two have been on rocky ground for a while now, and as this episode unfolds, it's clear that things haven't exactly improved. Statler, bless her heart, is all about structure, order, and setting clear goals for her life. But Dempsey, she's all about taking things as they come, living in the moment. And, well, that difference in mindset, it's becoming a big problem. In this episode, we watch as Dempsey opens up, tears in her eyes, talking about how underappreciated she feels. She spent so much energy just trying to make things work for Statler. Like, she's built a life around Statler's happiness, making sure the van is perfect, the Wi-Fi is set up, and everything runs smoothly. But Statler's nitpicking is taking its toll on Dempsey, who's just trying to be easygoing, you know? And while she's got a laid-back personality, she's also got feelings. And Statler's nitpicking? Yeah, it's pushing her to the edge. At one point, Dempsey can't hold back. She breaks down and confronts Statler, saying she feels taken for granted. It's emotional, it's raw, and it's the kind of moment that makes you wonder if love is enough when two people are on totally different wavelengths. And just when you think things couldn't get tenser, Statler drops a bombshell. She tells Dempsey that if they're not in a better place in 2 months, they'll need to sell the van and go their separate ways. Oof, talk about pressure.
And carry on our lives as individuals. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't really want to sell the van. I want to explore with you.
Would definitely be heartbreaking, wouldn't be easy.
Yeah.
That's why I think we should try.
But despite everything, they're still holding on to hope, saying they'll give their relationship one last shot. It's a mix of heartbreaking and hopeful, but will they actually make it through? Now, switching gears to Shekinah and Sarper. This couple's storyline is the kind that keeps you guessing. Shekinah is over the moon because Sarper's visa to move to the States has finally been approved. Like, huge milestone, right? But here's the twist. Sarper's reaction is less than thrilled. Even though he's trying to look happy for Shekinah, you can see it's eating him up inside. And why? Turns out, he never really wanted to move to the States in the first place. This entire time, he's been hoping Shekinah would settle in Turkey with him. He keeps quiet for now, but deep down, he knows he's got to come clean eventually. And then comes the big move. Sarper, in his way, decides he can win Shekinah over. Not with a heart-to-heart talk, but by pulling out all the stops in a way only he can. He goes for the traditional Turkish engagement ceremony, complete with a marriage proposal, hoping this will make her feel more connected to him, his family, and the Turkish culture. In his mind, if he can show her just how serious he is about her, maybe she'll reconsider moving to the States. But will this grand gesture work, or is it too little, too late? Shekinah's response is one you won't want to miss. And speaking of complicated,
I have always in my mind that living with Shekinah in Turkey. I have to tell her eventually that I really don't want to go to US.
Let's talk about James and Natalia. Things have been tense ever since their wedding in Indonesia, but now financial issues are making everything so much harder. James realizes they just don't have the funds to keep living abroad, and he tells Natalia that they need to move back to the States. This decision isn't just a practical choice, it's a tough pill to swallow for Natalia, who's left her family, her culture, and everything she knows to be with him. But here's the thing, she's not ready to go back. The thought of returning to the States feels like a huge step backward for her, and she lets James know exactly how she feels. She tells him she's sacrificed so much, and moving back would mean leaving behind everything she's tried so hard to build with him. Her emotional plea hits hard. It's clear this is more than just a move. It's a defining moment for their marriage. So, she breaks down, and when she tells her family the news, the heartbreak becomes even more real. Her family is devastated. They all cry together, and it's one of those moments where you can feel just how tough this decision is for everyone involved. To make things even more complicated, Natalia's sister tells her that she should stick with James no matter what.
Sudah mengucap janji, pengennya hidup bareng. Makanya udah tikat. Janji pernikahan kan ada sendiri.
In her opinion,
She says, a wife should be with her husband, wherever that might be. It's gut-wrenching. And you can see Natalia torn between her love for James and her love for her family and home. James, meanwhile, is doing his best to comfort her, promising that he'll figure out a way to make things work. He even considers sponsoring Natalia's sister so she can come visit them in the States, thinking it might help ease Natalia's homesickness. But the weight of it all is getting to him. At one point, he breaks down himself, worried about how they're going to find a place to live, how they're going to manage financially, and if Natalia will even stay with him through all of this. This isn't just a money problem, it's a relationship on the line. By the end of the episode, all these couples are at a breaking point. Statler and Dempsey are holding on to hope, but can they really change enough to make it work? Shakina is in for a major surprise as she tries to understand if Sarper's heart is really in it or if he's using his proposal as a last-ditch effort to control their future. And James and Natalia, they're facing the harsh reality that love sometimes just isn't enough. With emotions running high and the clock ticking, it's anyone's guess who will come out of this stronger and who will end up going their separate ways. But these couples are proving that sometimes love can also be downright messy. Will they fight for each other, or will they walk away when things get too real? Stay tuned, because this season isn't done with us yet, and trust me, the best and possibly most shocking is yet to come. And that's a wrap, fam. If you think you know where these couples are heading, think again, because this season is full of twists that no one saw coming. Let us know in the comments whose relationship you think will last and who's just waiting for the final breakup. Until next time, keep watching, keep guessing, and keep loving all the messy, complicated love stories.